Good evening, guys. Tony back again, Horror and Todge. Hope everyone's well on this Tuesday evening. We're back again for 31 Days of Horror, and it's day 27. Sorry I'm a bit later on my review. I've just finished watching the film, and the film that I watched is John Carpenter's 1987 supernatural horror movie, The Prince of Darkness. This one's a nice Scream Factory edition. Haven't watched this for many years, so thought I'd relive it and revisit it and give you guys a review. So I'll tell you a bit about it, guys. This stars Donald Pleasence, Victor One, and even has a cameo appearance from Alice Cooper, of all people. So it's quite a complex story. I'll get through it. So, Carpenter likes, Donald Pleasence in his films and Victor One, and there's a couple of others from Big Trouble in Little China and stuff. But basically, it starts out this priest on his deathbed, and he sort of leaves this little chest when he dies on his chest. So it's like a little silver chest, and in there's a key. Donald Pleasence's character is a priest, as you can see, and he sort of gets the key from this dying priest and opens this like underground basement in a Los Angeles church, and it's sort of got this a big cylinder, glass cylinder, has got this like green liquid swirling around in it, and essentially he finds out that it's like Satan's spirit inside of this cylinder, and it's been there for thousands of years. Anyway, Donald Pleasence's character goes to this physics teacher or physics master's degree, I don't know, this guy, this who's played by Victor One. He goes to this university to help him sort of come to the conclusion what's happening here, and he brings these 12 or 13 physics students along with him in this church to stay overnight to sort of do all these readings, these computer readings, to find out the energy and sources and stuff inside this cylinder. So they all go in there, and then stuff starts to go off. This liquid sort of gets into one of the students, drips into her, and then she's like possessed by Satan, and she's going around picking off others, like squirting this liquid out and getting them sort of possessed as well, and she's just going out picking off one by one. It's got like Big Trouble in Little China feel, and The Thing feel with the picking people off of the group. It's got that, and it's got the brilliant soundtrack in my eyes from John Carpenter. Obviously, that's always recognizable, and the great trait what I think John Carpenter's known for, like lots of sweeping hallways, long shots of hallways and stuff with people at the end coming towards people. It's really, really good like that, and I really enjoyed this film. Like I say, a long time since I've seen it, and there's all sorts of stuff going off. You've got, Donald Pleasence's character sort of with the Bible and the cross. Then you've got all these sort of homeless people. This is where Alice Cooper gets involved. They're all like outside this Los Angeles church, and they're all possessed. And they're all sort of standing outside this church so no one can get in or out. And they're killing people off too. So if anyone goes out, there's some cool death scenes in there. One with a bicycle, what Alice Cooper does. It's really quite comical, but it's a cool scene. And then you've got these other bits where you've got people covered in beetles and ants and stuff, like it's something to do with the devil, isn't it? Something like that. And you've got these reoccurring dreams when they're in there a few days, so some of them are falling to sleep, and every time they fall asleep, they've got this vision of like Satan outside this church where they are. He's like stood in the door with this big black cape on. You can't really see his face, it's a shadow figure. And whoever drops to sleep seems to be having this same reoccurring dream. So and the priest works that out, that everyone's having this dream, and sort of, comes to the conclusion that it definitely is the devil and he's trying to get out. And then there's just all sorts of craziness, like chasing him around this big church building, and then sort of these guys sort of try and reincarnate Satan basically by putting all this liquid into this one person's body, and then trying to sort of get a human sort of soul and body, so Satan can become himself again. And there's also a bit of a story with mirrors and stuff, you know, with supernatural forces that's lurking behind mirrors and things like that. But really cool story. Really enjoyed it. Some good body horror in this near to the end. You'll know what I mean with the woman's face all peeling off and stuff. It's some great makeup work, some quite cool kills, and quite funny moments too. You've got some funny characters in there, and all in all, a decent story, a decent film. Really enjoyed it, to be fair. Like I say, haven't seen it for a long time. Not going to get too much more into the story. That's the basic premise is, you know, Satan spirit is captured and he's trying to get out and be reincarnated, basically. That's the story. And there's quite a lot of characters in this. Like, I think Carpenter does that in the films. He has quite a lot of characters, though sometimes you're a bit all over the place because you're trying to figure out who's who and what's going to happen. But he gets there. When you stick with a film, I think there's a lot of films. I think The Thing's a bit like that. I think this there's a lot of his films, Big Trouble in Little China. Once you sort of stick with the movie and get all through it, it sort of all comes into place. So yeah, really cool movie. I'm going to give this one 8 out of 10. Really enjoyed it, guys. That's Prince of Darkness. Get underneath, guys. Tell me if you've seen it. You know, tell me if you're a big fan of Carpenter. I know a lot of you guys are. I'm a big fan of his. Brilliant music. I love his scores. They're unbelievable. I need to grab some, to be fair. Haven't got any on CD or anything, but I'm going to have to. And yeah, just hope you guys are all okay. And I'll be back for day 28 tomorrow. I'm getting towards the end of it now, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you tomorrow.